Hello friends, welcome to another weekly top-down analysis video on gold and GJ. So as usual, we are going to start with the monthly time frame, and then we'll go down to lower time frames, weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, and 30 minutes. So without wasting any time, let's get started. First of all, we are going to start with the gold monthly time frame. So on the monthly time frame, as we can see that we have, the gold has created a resistance. So as we can say, the last monthly candle closed bearish at the resistance. So when we have a candle closing at the resistance, when we have a candle closing bearish at the resistance, there is pretty high probability for the next candle to go down and retest the support. So right now, as we can see, this is going to be a support level. We have this one as a support and this one as a support level. So there is pretty high probability for this new week, this new monthly candle to make a top week and retest these supports as I mentioned, right? Now let's find out more details on the weekly time frame. So we know that the monthly is bearish. Now on the weekly time frame, as we can see, on the weekly time frame, price made a low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then the price broke this resistance, previous high, made a new high. Then the price came down, made support here. So now there is pretty high probability for the price to come up and retest these highs on the left hand side. But from the monthly time frame, we know that we are bearish and anticipate this new monthly candle to go down. So basically what we want on the weekly time frame, we want some kind of resistance to be created on the weekly time frame to go down with the monthly time frame. That is what we anticipate on the weekly time frame. Now let's find out more details on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, as we can see, starting from the top, so we can see the price came down and broke this support and this support. So basically what we did, we made a low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and here we broke the previous high, made a higher low. So as you can say, you can consider it some kind of double bottom, or you can consider this low as a higher low. And right now we have broken the previous high as well. So basically you can say we were making lower low, lower highs. The market structure was bearish on the daily. Then we broke this market structure to the upside and now started making high highs and higher lows. So we were bearish before, now we are bullish. So what we know right now on the daily, that okay, there was a resistance, price broke and closed above the resistance. And if you look left, we have more resistances on the left hand side, which price can come up and retest, right? So that is what we see on the daily time frame. Now let's see, let us see more details on the 4 hour time frame. So until now, what we know, so we know that okay, the monthly is bearish, right? We have weekly is bullish, daily is bullish, and so now let us see what we have on the 4 hour time frame. So if you see on the 4 hour time frame, we can, let's start from the bottom. So let me some zoom. So we can see that okay. So starting from the bottom, we can see we made a high, then we came down, but we did not break the previous low, right? So as we can say, the price was coming down, we made a low, then we bounced, we made a high, kind of lower high, then we did not break this low. So basically we did not continue this bearish move to the downside. And then what the price did, price broke the previous high, right? Price broke the previous high, made a new high here, right? Then we made higher low, some kind of support, and then the price started moving higher. So basically we have started making higher highs and higher lows. If we look more closely, so what we see on the 4 hour time frame, that we made a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and right now we have made a new high. So basically what we see on the 4 hour time frame for the, or what we need on the the price to come up, make some kind of support. So that support can be here, or that support can be here. So basically what do we need? We need the price to come down, make some kind of support, and keep going higher, right? With this bullish momentum, with this bullish direction, right? So that is something to retest these highs and more highs on the left hand side. So that is what we see on the 4-hour time frame. So let's try to find out what we can see on the low time frames, 1 hour and 30 minutes. On the 1 hour, if we see, so we can see on the 1 hour as well that okay, we made a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and this time we broke this resistance and made a higher high, higher low, and right now we broke this resistance as well. So basically we are making higher highs and higher lows on the 1 hour time frame. We are pretty much bullish. So again, what we anticipate on the 1 hour time frame, again, I anticipate some kind of pullback, and look for some kind of support to be created to go to the upside and retest the previous high. That is what I anticipate on the 1 hour time frame. If I go to 30-minute time frame, what I see on the 30-minute time frame. So on the 30-minute time frame, before going to the 30-minute time frame, let's see how the different time frames look. So as we know, monthly is bearish, weekly is bullish, daily is bullish as well. So 4 hour is bullish, right? We have the 1 hour is bullish, 30-minute is bullish as well. Why is 30-minute is bullish? So that we can see from the market structure that it looks very much bullish. So we can see, we made a high, came down, higher low. So we made, higher high. I'm just, checking the highest point of this whole consolidation, So higher high, higher low, we made, so we made a high, higher low, higher high, right? So we need some kind of higher low to be created and continue going to the upside. That is something I anticipate on the 30-minute time frame as well. So as we can see, on the 30-minute and 1 hour, we are bullish, as the higher time frame. So we are looking for some kind of bullish momentum and bullish setup to go to the upside, right? So now let's go to GJ and see what's happening on the GJ as well, right? Let's try to find out what's happening on the GJ. So GJ as well, we are going to start with the monthly time frame. So GJ monthly, as we can see, it looks bullish because we are making high highs and higher lows. So starting from the bottom, we can see we made a high, price came down, made a higher low. So we came up higher high, higher low. We came up higher high, higher low. And this time again, we broke the previous high, we made a higher high, and the price came down to create a higher low. Also, if you look closely, you will find out that, we had this support, we had this support here, price closed below the support, then we closed back into the range. And right now, because, the candle closed back into the range, so there is pretty high probability for the price to come up and retest these highs, as you can see on the left-hand side, and then more resistance on the left-hand side. So that is something we anticipate on the monthly time frame. If we go to a weekly time frame to find out more, more details, so we can see on the weekly, we are bullish as well because we are making higher highs and higher lows, right? So starting from here, suppose we have a high, then we have a higher low, or you can say the same lows, but we did not break the previous low, right? So higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. This time we broke the previous low. So basically we broke the market structure on the weekly time frame, but the next candle closed back into the range, and the move to the downside became a fake out. And then we continue the overall weekly trend. We broke the previous high, so we made a new high. Then we came down, made support, and right now we are coming up to retest the previous high. So basically we are making higher highs and higher lows on the weekly time frame. So we are bullish on the weekly, right? If we see more closely to find out what is happening, we could see that there was a, there was a resistance, price broke and closed over the resistance, came up and rejected from this area. Now the last weekly candle closed bearish, but by looking at the monthly time frame, from the monthly time frame, we know that we are bullish. So what we need on the weekly time frame, we need some kind of support to be created here. We want the price to come down, and we create some kind of support and then keep going higher, keep going higher to reach this high, this high, this high and this high on the left hand side, as you can see, right? So we are bullish on the monthly, bullish on the weekly, right? Let's see what are we doing on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame as well, we are pretty much bullish. Starting from the bottom, we can see we made a high, we came down, higher low, we made a higher low, right? So we made a higher low, we came up, higher low, we made a high, new high, high, and then we have a higher low. We broke the previous high, made a higher high, we came down to create some kind of support. We have already created some support, to continue higher and retest the previous high. So basically, we are bullish on the daily time frame as well. If we look more closely, we are going to find out that right now the price is kind of ranging, as we can see, so we are going to see that, okay, we had the resistance here and we had support here. So the last daily candle closed, below this resistance, above this support. So we are kind of ranging. There would have been more information if we had the daily candle closing above this resistance, then there would have been higher probability for the next candle to, make the bottom, we can come up to retest this high. Or, if we had, the last daily candle closed below the support, there would have been pretty high probability for the price to come up and retest these lows, these lows, or you can say the support. So anyways, if we look at the different time frames, what we know so far. So what we know so far, we know from the weekly, we are bullish. Monthly bullish, weekly bullish, daily is bullish as well. So all time frames are bullish until now. Let's go to 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, if we see, we're going to find out that starting from the top, we're going to see that the price made a high, right? Then we made a, you can say we made a lower high, right? Because we broke this support, so we can consider it lower high. Then we have the lower low, lower high, price did something lower low, lower high thing here. Then we broke these, resistances, or you can say the high. So basically we broke the market structure, we broke the bearish market structure here, we made a high, and right now the price came in. So now we can look for some kind of support to be created for the price to come up higher. Also, there's one more thing that we have to keep in our mind, that this was a resistance at one time, price broke and closed above, and then we can see, the price came down and closed inside this range, so this is the whole range. And once we close back into the range, so this move to the upside become a fake out. So, on the 4-hour to consider a bullish bias, we need, the 4-hour candle, some 4-hour candle to, be closing above this level, In that situation, we'll be back above the range, and there'll be high probability for the price to make a bottom. We can come to the top, to reach as this high and these highs, right? So that will be, that is what we can anticipate on the 4-hour time frame. So now let's see what is happening on the 1-hour time frame, right? So on the 1-hour time frame, as we can see right now, price was doing high, higher low. We made a high, higher low. We made a high, and the price, broke this support, right? We made a lower high, lower low right now. So we can see, the price has broken, the market structure on the 1-hour time frame, and we are bearish on the 1-hour time frame. So right now, the price might be coming up to making some kind of resistance to go to the downside, right? So that is something we see on the 1-hour time frame. But if we check all of the higher time frames, so we know monthly, weekly, daily, 4-hour, all higher time frames are bullish, right? Also, let us see 1-hour time frame, and then we'll discuss the 1-hour and 30 minutes. And the 30-minute also is bearish at the moment. As we can see, we were coming high, higher low, higher low. We made a high, then the price broke this support. We made a low, lower high, lower low, right? So right now the price might be coming up to find some kind of resistance to go to the downside, retest this low and more lows on the, left hand side or the downside. So basically what we know right now that all higher time frames, monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hour are bullish, but 1 hour and 30 minutes are bearish at the moment. So on the lower time frames, we will try to look for trading setup in the direction of the higher time frame. So how we can look for bullish setup on the 30-minute and 1 hour time frame, right? So what we're going to do, we are going to, mark this one as a level, or let me draw it like, this one is a level, this one is a resistance, as we can see on the 30-minute time frame, because the price came down, broke this support, that retested this resistance and came down right now. So if we get some kind of candle closing above this resistance, then there will be pretty high probability for the next candle or the price to continue higher and retest these prices on the left hand side. That is something we see on the 30-minute time frame. And if we look on the 1 hour time frame, more or less the same situation on the 1 hour time frame. As we can see, this is going to be a resistance because price broke below the support, then we came up and created this resistance and then broke this support right now. So if we get some kind of closing above this resistance, there will be pretty high probability for the price to come up and retest these highs on the left hand side. So that's it, guys. This was the small analysis on the gold and GJ from the monthly to the 30-minute time frame. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you really did like the video, share the video and subscribe to the channel in order to support the channel and YouTube algorithm. Thank you very much. See you in another video.